Hi, my name is Tyler Loy, and I'm the children's pastor at First Assembly of God in North Little Rock. Children's pastors have one primary audience: children. No matter the city, state, or church, whether you're full-time, part-time, or volunteer, the ministry you lead is for children. One of the most difficult things children's pastors face is the fact that children are coming less often. Statistics show that the average Christian family only attends church once every 3 to 4 weeks. You get a very short amount of time with the children who walk into your ministries. If a family attends church just once a month, that means you might only see their child 12 hours in an entire year. It's 12 hours to teach them about Jesus, 12 hours to make them feel safe, seen, and loved. That's why the way you interact with children matters. With so little time, you have to make every second count. Today, I want to walk you through 3 key ways to interact with children effectively. First, how to build rapport with children. Second, how to calm an overstimulated or anxious child. And third, how to properly discipline in a ministry setting. Learning these 3 things will help equip you to make the most of the moments you have with children. So let's dive in. Everything you do in your ministry is built upon the foundation of the relationships you build with kids. Before they will listen, before they will learn, they need to know that you see them and value them. So here are some practical ways to make a child feel comfortable speaking with you in initial interactions. First, greet the kids before the parents. When a family walks in the door, your natural tendency is to introduce yourself to the parents first. But what if you greeted the child first? This small change communicates that the child matters deeply to you, and the parents see it too. Next, get down on their level. Literally, children are talked down to all the time. When you kneel to their level, it sends the message, I'm here with you, not above you. Do this especially when praying with kids. And now that you're at their level, it's also easier to do the next thing, to make eye contact. Your attention is where your eyes are. Looking directly at a child shows them that they matter and that in that moment, nothing is more important than them. Also, memorize their name. Calling a child by name makes them feel like they belong. I often have children ask, how do you know my name? Just because I used it in a conversation. It means the world to them. Use tools to help you learn their names, such as name tags or pictures in a church database. And remember, talk to children like people. Don't slip into the baby voice or limit conversations to toys and candy. Children want to have real conversations too. Children are people. Don't treat them differently because of their age. Ask them about their home, school, even their prayer life. Challenge them spiritually. Remember, listen twice as much as you talk. They want to be heard just like you do. And when you really listen, you'll be amazed at what they open up about. Also, take every question seriously. No matter how odd it seems, every question is a doorway to something deeper. A child might ask you what your favorite Pokemon is. Answer them. And because you respond to the question about Pokemon, they will come to you with other questions. Questions like, who is Jesus? You'll be thankful for taking the small questions seriously because they open the door to the big questions. And then outside of your ministry setting, spend time intentionally staying connected to kids' culture. Watch the kids section on every single one of the streaming services. Play the latest video games. Why? Because it gives you common ground with kids and connection points. You don't have to love the same things they do, but you do need to know what matters to them. Right now, Bluey is the most important show in the kids in my ministry. It's going to change, but continually review and look up what kids are putting into their lives so you can talk to them about it. Now, those are some quick tips on interacting and building rapport with children. Building relationships isn't complicated, but it does take intentionality. It's the groundwork for everything else. Building rapport with children gives you the credibility to support them when they get overwhelmed. The truth is, children are becoming increasingly overwhelmed in social settings. Anxiety and overstimulation show up more and more in your ministries, and you need to be ready to respond. Here are some ways for helping children in overwhelming situations. First, remember, stay calm. Model the behavior you want to see. Breathe slowly, use a calm voice, even pray quietly for wisdom. Second, remove the child from the situation. Sometimes the environment itself is fueling the overload. Take them to a quieter place with another leader accompanying you, of course. Then give them something they can control. This might be a sensory toy, like a squishy or a stretchy, something that they can control and take hold of. You can also provide them with a timer where they can see something that is visually ticking down. Just allowing them to choose whether to sit in a chair or with you. Giving a child control over one small thing helps them feel safe again. These sensory toys help them. Headphones can alleviate the noises that may overwhelm them in situations. A squishy gives you the opportunity to reflex their muscles. If they can grab it tight and squeeze it as hard as they can and then slowly release it, it will help them calm down. I like to use slinkies, where I tell a child that when they expand the slinky to breathe out, and then when they push it back to breathe in, or the other way around. Giving them something to control helps them understand their situation and helps them to calm down. Experts suggest activating their senses. Help them connect with their senses by asking them to name something they can smell. I can smell the air freshener in this room. I can taste the coffee that I drank this morning. I can touch the squishy that I'm holding in my hand. I can see the camera and lights in this room. I can hear the air conditioner slowly blowing. This helps give them the space to calm down. Also, you need to have some patience and give them the time that they need to calm down. This isn't a time for lecture. They won't respond in a heightened state. Let them sit quietly for a few minutes. Set a timer if needed. Then, when they've calmed down, talk about it. When they're calm, kneel beside them and make it a conversation. Ask what happened, what triggered the overstimulation. Let them explain, then guide them gently. Give clear next steps and follow through. You will likely deal with a variety of issues: separation anxiety, total meltdown, kids who just don't want to follow group instructions. The process is the same no matter the circumstance. Stay calm, change the environment, give space, and then talk it through. It won't work 100% of the time, but it will work far more than you think. And through it all, you're showing kids that this is a safe place and that you are a safe person they can trust. Now, let's talk discipline. Discipline can be tough, but it's essential if you want to create a safe and secure environment where children can learn about Jesus. For discipline to be most effective, it's the key to follow the previous two parts. Discipline is best conducted when you have an established relationship and when the child is not in a heightened state. First, you need to understand why kids misbehave. Sometimes it stems from a desire to belong. They think that acting out will win them recognition. Sometimes it's a lack of direction. Unclear rules and inconsistent consequences invite misbehavior. Sometimes it's the environment. a distracting room setup, or the wrong group dynamics. And sometimes it's simply boredom. If they're not engaged, they'll find something else to do. Second, you need to recognize your discipline style. Which one of these are you? A passive leader who avoids conflict and hopes the problem goes away? An aggressive leader who lashes out in anger or makes threats? Or an assertive leader that can stay calm, make eye contact, state the role and consequence clearly, and follow through? Assertive leadership is what works best, and you need to learn to adjust if your natural tendency is passive or aggressive. Third, discipline only works if there are clear expectations. So, keep it simple. Don't overwhelm kids with a list of rules they'll never remember. Keep it consistent. Kids need the same standard every week for every child. And keep it fair. Confront the behavior, not the child, and treat the child with respect. Finally, follow through with consequences. Start small. A reminder, a warning, a change of seat. If needed, it may escalate to removal from the room, a talk with a pastor or leader, a parent meeting, or a suspension for repeated issues. Always aim to correct behavior while showing love to the child. Above all, take a positive approach. You get what you celebrate. Praise the good as much as you correct the bad. So in conclusion, build rapport with every child that enters your ministry. Use the tools that I've helped provide you to calm an anxious or overstimulated child with patience and care. And discipline with clarity, fairness, and love. These three strategies work together. When children feel safe and connected, they're more ready to listen. When they know they can calm down, they're less likely to escalate and act out. And when expectations are clear and consistent, discipline becomes a tool for growth, not just correction. Remember, every moment you have with a child is precious. Use those moments to show them the love of Jesus. You're going to make an eternal difference in the lives of children.